After John eats the book, he begins to see visions. And the beginning of the vision is a vision in heaven. He sees a mother, a woman, in labor. She's clothed with the sun. She's standing on the moon. She has a crown of 12 stars on her head. Nearby is a dragon. The dragon is ready to devour the child that the woman bears as soon as she bears it. This is a vision that has to do with Israel's history, of course has to do with the birth of Jesus. The characters in the vision are fairly easy to identify, at least two of the three are. We know from the text itself that the dragon is the serpent of old, who is called Satan and the devil. We know that the child is Jesus, the one who's going to ascend into heaven, who's going to rule with a rod of iron. We see a very shortened version, a very compressed version of Jesus' ministry. He's born, and then he's taken away into heaven so that he can rule. The question of the vision, though, has to do with the woman. Who is the woman? Is this a vision of Eve? Is this a vision of the Virgin Mary giving birth to Jesus? I think in some sense it's both of those, but it's a broader vision. What John is seeing is a vision of Israel's entire history. Israel has the vocation of being the mother of the seed. Israel has the vocation of being the one who's going to bring the seed into the world, who's going to rule the nations with a rod of iron. And the labor that John sees is the history of Israel, which is a great birth story stretched out over many centuries, as Israel is gestating and then giving birth to the Messiah. The Messiah ascends into heaven, the dragon is cast down, but that doesn't end the conflict. The dragon has been foiled. He hasn't been able to devour the child as soon as it's born. The dragon is like Herod, who tried to kill Jesus as soon as he was born and failed to do so. But now the dragon, having been thrown to earth, begins to attack the woman and the woman's other children. He chases the woman, and the woman gets away by receiving wings and flying off into the wilderness. The dragon tries to drown the woman when water comes out of his mouth and tries to drown the woman, but the earth swallows it up. The dragon is foiled, but he's persistent. He still insists on getting to the woman and her seed. And in order to do that, he has to call up some aid. And in the next session, we'll talk about the helpers, the subordinates that the dragon brings up to attack the woman and her seed.